Hey guys, Steph here from Barbell Sanctuary, and in today's video we're going to make a deadlift jack out of this pallet. I'm just going to take this whole pallet apart and then I'll start on the deadlift jack build. So now I have everything torn apart. Select your piece that has the nicest bottom, because that's what you're going to use. Okay, now I want to take off these two reinforcements here because I'm going to make just a handle out of that. So that's what I'm going to do next. See, it almost kind of looks like my deadlift jack already, and that's all I had to do. Okay, so the next step is you're going to want to drill your hole kind of like this, so that's where your bar is going to sit. I already have a template because I know how my bar is, so I'm just going to use this. But if you're making one for the first time, then put your 45-pound plates on your deadlift bar and see where it's going to go. You want it to be high enough so that when the bar, if the bar is going here, once you lift it up, that it lifts your plates off the ground. Not a big deal if you mess it up. You can always add to it later. But just to know the height, that's what you're going to do. You grab your hole saw. I like to use a 2-inch hole saw. I find it does a great hole. I want the hole to basically be like this. You want a little lip so that it'll hold it. So I'm just going to put this right in the corner. All right. There. So now I got my hook. I'll be able to sand it down a little bit after, but that'll be perfect to hold my barbell. So I got my handle and the hook. Now, what I'm going to do to extend it is I'm going to use another one of these. I'll probably use the worst one, and I'm just going to cut the pieces of wood that I need. But now you want them at an angle anyway so that your deadlift jack goes down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut from here, from the opening, but I'm going to cut it at an angle. If it needs to be more after, I can adjust. So I'll start that. Okay, so now I got the one, flip it around. Pencil, sorry. I want it to be the same. So now I got my two pieces that are the same. So I know approximately the height that I need it for my deadlift jack. So I'm gonna put it down, and I'm actually gonna reuse the nails from the pallet. Why? Why not? And I got lots of nails, so I'm gonna use them. They're free. There, nice and solid. Turn this around. Gonna want the other one. Just kind of straighten these as I go. Alright, so that's what I got so far. When you make a deadlift jack, you want to add a piece to the back so that when you bring it back, it doesn't tip far, so you want to extend it. We're just going to use the same piece here, and I want it to the width. I didn't put my glasses on last time. There. And now this will just go on the back to make it wider. And this is where you can adjust your tilt. I had it too tilted there, so just by lowering where I put it, I can kind of give it the angle that I want. And you can always use a screw to test drive that. I think I'm going to put it around here. All right. Just for sake of stability, I'm going to add another one. All right, guys, let's before I do the finishing touches on it, I want to make sure that it works. So let's try it. Well, that holds. Slide down. Perfect. Goes in. It's a nice height, and once it's up, it's nice and solid. I can slide my plates on and off, and like I've mentioned in all my other deadlift jack videos, because it's wood, you don't have to worry about damaging your bar. You can just slide it back and forth. Huh. Pretty good for a free pallet jack, I think. Nice and solid. Perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna go outside with my sander. I don't need to show you guys that. And I'm gonna sand it down and make it a little prettier. And I'll show you guys the final product. Just gave it a light sanding, rounded out the handle just a little bit. I actually like this one quite a bit. So, just a little up close. This was free. Free. Cost me nothing. I even reused the nails. That's crazy. So you don't need to buy a deadlift jack if you have some tools. That's one reason that I like purchasing tools, is the money I spend on tools, well, it saves me money later on when I can build my own things. Before I go, I would like you guys to leave in the comment what I should name my new deadlift jack. I think this one's pretty badass. It's got some good character to it. Of course, everybody knows my first, Lucille. But I really like this one. Hey, sorry, Lucille. You got some competition. So if you got a name for her, make sure you leave it down in the comments what you think I should name it, and I will stencil it there with my wood burner. So if you like garage gyms, home gyms, and you like to do it yourself, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss other videos like this. Until next time, see you guys later.